guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying the content I've been posting from the DNL versus the World 3. I mean, that was an awesome show. There was a lot more races than I expected, so that's always good. But time to get back to regular scheduled content. Alright, so if you new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. One of the many things I always notice when somebody brings a vehicle into me is a lot of things been rewired and there's never a diagram. There's never ever a diagram. As recently as a couple days ago, I can't remember, 1 or 2 days ago, I was on one of the Facebook forums that I'm on, and there was a whole discussion about that, how a lot of works get done on vehicles. People had a totally separate fuse panel and nothing just got documented. So you have to take the vehicle back to the person who did it if you ever run into a problem. If you're on the road and a fuse goes out, something as small as a fuse, you have to get the whole fucking car towed. Excuse my language. Because nobody knows where it's located, and you literally need to be trying to trace wires, and who got time for that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I normally do my wiring, because I do provide diagrams. And to help everyone else out there, if you need a diagram done, I should be able to help you with that. Tell your favorite wireman or whoever you go to wire your vehicles to get at me. All they have to do is send me a picture of the fuse panel that they added in or the distribution panel, and I'll be able to create a document for that. So let me just show you how that works, and you guys let me know what you think. Alright, so this is somewhat of what it looks like when I create these documents. So this is what it looks like under there. You have 1 through 6. Hopefully it can focus. And 7 through 12. Now this is an old document. This needs to be updated, and I update this as I wire everything up. And when I'm done with this vehicle, everything will be completely done. So we have an additional information which tells you fuel pump 1 is located on the harness. That's the harness I got from PSI, which is the standalone wiring harness. It has the pump on there. The hop switch grounds the fuel pump at 7 PSI. So all that keyless entry has an additional inline fuse. You know, all this information is on here. As I add stuff, it will just be, you know, it'll be a complete document. It'll be almost factory. So check this out. I even added a trunk for kicks and giggles. I normally don't, but since I got a little thing going on back here, I decided I would do it. Just in case if I ever do decide to sell this, at least somebody would know. If the owner doesn't understand it, someone, if he ain't running, anybody who has a vehicle, take it to any shop, they'll be able to understand and see what's going on. From the battery, you have a 4-gauge wire to 2 AN fittings, sorry, 2 A&L fuses, and a 120 amp relay. Show you what that looks like. That relay is what powers the ignition side when you turn on the key, and I'll show you what that looks like. Here we go. We got the 4-gauge wire that goes to the rest of these power wires. Never mind those are for the amps. 2 A&L fuses. I think one is a 100 amps for the constant power and 150 for the key power, I believe. This is what I have it at right now. I'm probably going to switch and put both of them at 100, but that's just what I have in it for now. That goes into here. The relay is triggered by this green wire. Typically I would make red, but this is my vehicle, so I didn't really care. On the customer's vehicle it would be red. This goes here on the other side on the output, and that goes through into the cabinet where I'm going to show you it meets fuse panel. So if you look here, actually let me go to the other side.
It's a little dark, so grab this battery and show you what we got going on.
Alright, so what we got here is the kick panel on the G-Bot. This is the passenger side, and This is where the factory PCM would normally go, or a computer. All I did was cut off the basket that holds the PCM, and we're left with this skin here. Get a closer shot. This is the fuse panel that I created. The great thing about this panel is it allows for 2 sources of power. And the way that works is you have, let me get some light for you guys. You have key power, which will be ignition on this side. So anytime the car is on, this side gets powered on. That's 1 through 6. And that's all the odd numbers. Is it? Nah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in sequence. So 1 through 6 is your ignition side that comes on, relays turn on, gets power, seats. On this side you have constant power. This is for the remote. This is the keyless entry, and anything else that you want to add, that you want to maybe even put a switch for, but you want it to always have power. That will go on this side, and that's 7 through 12. And that's how that works. All the ground is up here, and all this is fed by these wires here that runs under the carpet and into the trunk. You have your ground. I suggest always making your ground 2 times or double the size of your power. In this case, I didn't do this. If this was a customer car, I would have. This is an 8 gauge wire. I would have done 4, but I'm just going to double ground this. I'm going to ground it also going outside through this garment here in the back. If you can see it behind the relays, I'm going to ground it to the body of the car also. You have ignition, and you have the constant. Okay, all that gets lined up, and that's great. I actually have another 8 gauge wire that leads through that same garment. That goes under the hood to another little fuse panel, because I was running out of space for the ignition side. So anything that's outside, like the fans and stuff like that, fans, the heat exchanger pump, fuel pump, stuff like that, I'm adding all that stuff outside under the hood. But all that needs to be upgraded or updated in the panel document diagram that I showed you guys. So that wire that I showed you guys runs out of there, and it comes right here. It's very discreet. Has 6 more places here. Has the power right there. This is also a fuse line that has a 100 amp mini AN fuse in it. I try to keep everything the same when it comes to fuses. That way, should there ever be a problem, there's always spare fuses. If you're interested in having a diagram made for your vehicle, send me a picture. You can send this to me on Instagram. That's at RoadRage561. RoadRage561. Send it to me through Instagram. And that's pretty much it, guys. Once you send me the picture, I sent you a price, Cash App it to me. That's probably going to be the quickest way. And we'll get it done. That way you never have to run into any problems. Tell your wireman to get at me if you want it done. If you're not the one wiring it up, tell your wireman to get at me. I have no problem working with anybody. Again, all I need is a picture and for you to fill out the paper once I send it out to you, and that's it. Really shouldn't take no more than 2 days unless I get backed up. So just let me know what you guys think of that. This is the best way to make sure your car don't catch on fire, guys. None of that splicing wires into everything. If you need to add an abundance of stuff, get a fuse panel made, a power distributor, whatever you want to call it, a centralized location for your power that you can manage. Okay, that you can manage at the very least, where you can make changes as far as changing out the fuse or relay if you need to. You don't need to get a tow truck if your fuel pump relay blows. Okay, but also always have a fire extinguisher in the vehicle. But this is the best way to minimize fires. Is everything is fused, even stuff that are, as you can see on mine, that have inline fuse that come that way. I still, wire it to a fuse location on the panel rather than just creating a hot side and putting everything to it. Everything needs to be fused, guys. I would recommend that being the way that you build your vehicles. Um, Again, you don't have to know wiring, but you should at least know what is what on your vehicle if you need to service it. If the shop that you work with is out of business, if you need um, to take it somewhere else because something's going on with the shop. And I know, guys, it's you're gonna say it's shop security or customer security or whatever you want to say, or work security, but honestly, people should be able to manage their own vehicles. So wire it up, give them a diagram. That way, if they are messing with it, they know what they're messing with, and that minimizes the chance of them setting their car on fire. Or if something's happening, again, you're on the road and the fuse goes out, you don't have to get a tow truck to tow you all the way back where you're at. For some people, that could be hundreds of miles. If they came down for a show, they can just simply change the fuse and not go changing pumps and that not working, then chasing wires down. They're able to just do what they need to do. Still got a lot of wiring to clean up here. But once I'm done with that, guys, we live. We definitely live. So stay tuned. Let me know what you thought about the video. If you haven't liked the video already, if you find this informational, and if you have not subscribed yet, what are you doing? I see all the views, but nobody's subscribing. Let me know this is worth my time. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate everything, and peace.
Want money, cars, flights, clothes, anything anybody could ever want.